for self. I date a dude,
Uh,
bro. You don't know how serious I am about my women, bro. I'm so serious about my women being alphas. I don't even date women, bro.
you're right over there, bud.
Okay, but for real though. Like, okay, now you get to go to college, which is what you wanted, and work a, job to pay off 200 racks in debt because let's be honest, you weren't smart enough to get grants.
Oof.
And now you got sexual liberation, so guys can bang you still.
And you don't get called a whore.
Yeah, and we don't have to marry you. Now we can bang you and not marry you. Congratulations, you've won.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, like we
I don't know, man.
you made
It sounds like
abortions.
sounds like L's upon L's, to be honest.
L's upon L's. Y'all just keep getting checked and you keep moving pieces back. Wow, the queen is being
Bro.
chased around the board, huh?
It's like giving up a queen for a pawn.
Could you imagine?
Not
It's
an
like
even
no, it's
trade,
like
bro.
giving up a queen for Fortnite V-Bucks, bro. We'll
I
talk
mean,
about
hey.
fiat currency later though, eh?
um, you want to talk about the market a little bit?
Yeah. Hold on. Then you made abortions legal, so now guys can bang you still. Um, and
Where
then you
is
come
this
out,
going?
and then you said you don't want to be objectified, so you commoditized your bodies. So now we can buy pictures of them like they're objects, and bang you still. Yeah, just a small round of applause for the feminist movement. I don't know. I felt on a tangent today. Okay, but let's talk about some market, bro. I have the Netflix chart pulled up.
Oh man, I mean, it's only 4%, but I feel like tomorrow it's gonna be so much worse.
Dude, people like actually canceled their subscriptions, like for real. Like people actually did. Like you would go on Twitter and like you'd hit cancel Netflix, and you'd see like the popular tweets with a bunch of likes with statements, just
Yeah,
opinions on them. But all the replies to them were screenshots of people literally canceling their Netflix.
yeah.
It
I don't
did have
know.
a sell off at the end of the day, but I think that was just synced with the market. Because it is part of
Yeah, it
FANG.
was.
There's a big Nasdaq sell off right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Netflix is gonna do really poorly the next couple weeks.
I hope so.
I don't, unless like, I mean, they remove it and apologize and stuff, which I still don't think is acceptable. I think Netflix needs to be done because I mean, they straight up just uploaded child pornography, which is not cool.
Do you think that was an accident?
No,
I don't think that's an
no,
accident
absolutely
either.
not. I feel like
Oh,
elites are slowly trying to normalize pedophilia, and it's started from even when I was a kid. You know, like over sexualization of like girls' toys and stuff. Like Barbies would be extremely. Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah. I feel like pedophilia is like one part of it, but at the same time, like they're sexually energizing kids. Like, how young were you when you saw porn for the first time? Mad
I want to
young,
say
I'm
like
assuming.
12 or 13, maybe.
12 or 13. I think that's because we were immigrants that didn't have like good laptops for a minute. Like for
I mean, I saw it before, like probably at 9 or something, but I don't know what it was, and I never you know, ever looked into it.
it's way too easy to get a hold of.
Oh, 100%, dude.
Like all I had to
Um,
search was open Bob, and it was
Open Bob.
there. All I had to do
Vagine.
was find an Indian guy, make his picture my profile picture on Instagram, and ask for a big vagine. No, but for real though, I feel
Yeah,
like they're building an addiction and that reliance on that media to like you're fiending for it. You're fiending for sexual activity because it's natural. but then they they plug that fiending, like that sensation of, the urge, they plug that with something artificial that you can just find online, so you don't have any real life sources for it. So you stick to the internet, and I feel like the more you stick to the internet, the more this child shit is, present.
Yeah, I mean, people get into some weird stuff. Like, you hear about like porn addictions, and you're like, bro, that's weird. How do you get addicted to something like that? Like to the point where you're getting into weird stuff. But then, like, I was reading a study. Here, let me see if I can find it actually.
The commoditization of women's bodies, I blame that for this, because now dudes don't even have to work hard to get some on the side, not on the side, but just to get some. They don't have to put in any work or commitment. It was made way too easy, and it's not even the female's fault. Like, they were conditioned to do it by, you know, powers beyond their recognition.
Okay, I can't find the study, but it was saying that like a person who has like a severe internet porn addiction is like I think 13 times more likely to be like charged for a sex crime.
For real.
Yeah, which I mean, correlation doesn't absolutely mean causation. Obviously, you can't technically prove that
Well, like,
internet porn causes.
exposure to sex isn't gonna, like, if you don't get exposed to it as often, you're not gonna be, you know, if you don't get exposed to it, you're not gonna be still more likely to, do something.
Yeah, basically, what I got from the study is that it doesn't necessarily mean that the porn addiction causes the sex crimes or the crimes cause the porn addiction, but like, there is some kind of like relationship there between the two. And so, when you see that, like obviously with Netflix, and there's a few other instances before of like trying to normalize sexualization of, children, kind of makes you worry about like people trying to destabilize, you know, the human race and like our, Western culture as a whole. I mean, plus like with the elections and stuff, people are trying to destabilize. And I know we talked about this in private before about how the USSR was trying to destabilize America. America was trying to destabilize USSR. I
We're in
feel
an
like that's
arms
still going
race.
on.
We're in an arms race.
With who?
China.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Algorithms.
And I wouldn't consider that arms.
What do you mean? Is the AI not as powerful as a nuke? And who
No,
has
it's
the
not.
best algorithms? It's not.
No, I'd disagree.
So AI, there's artificial intelligence, general intelligence, and digital superintelligence. Can we agree that AI can represent digital superintelligence?
Yeah, but hear me out. A nuke, if you're within a certain mile radius, you're dead no matter what you do.
Okay, but AI
With
can
AI,
harm a
you can
nuke.
survive. Okay, well, I mean, if we're gonna go down that way, fine.
Just like, okay, a nuke isn't as dangerous as a grenade because it's not as accessible, but a nuke is still more dangerous than a grenade, even if you just
Yeah,
have
but
one.
I don't know. AI is it's a weird thing because it's not at anywhere close to the point where it's going to be, and it progresses so like exponentially that it's really hard to wrap your head around it and understand it. I know you were talking about AI to me a little bit earlier today. I don't know if you want to touch on that.
I mean, I already did an episode about the logistics of AI. This is a little more outlandish for some people. But
I
AI
don't know. It seems
does.
like an interesting idea.
Okay, well, to the two people that listen then, put on your tinfoil hats. Um, the Book of Revelations. I'll just give you a second to click away. The Book of Revelations talks about a beast being awakened in chapter 13. And there's okay, first of all, nowhere in the Book of Revelations does the word Antichrist ever appear. It's always talking about a beast, not a person, because God wouldn't make a person that's designed to go like inherently against him, so to say. Like, granted, we all have sin and all that, but like, it's not going to be a person. That's the point. The point is, it's going to be a beast. And so you make artificial. First of all, there's a lot of correlations between the multitude of American companies that are going to be, the nominees to make AI. Apple, Google, Amazon, Facebook. Name the list, and that number correlates the four just named. There's a direct correlation between the four in the Book of Revelations. In the book, it says one of them will eat the other three. I interpret that as one will buy the other ones out, because their AI is going to hit first and they're going to have monetary advantage. But point being, there's a lot of correlation between the Book of Revelations and the beast being artificial intelligence. Like, it'll cover the earth without ever setting a foot on ground. It'll breathe life into a corpse. Cyborgs? Question mark. I don't know. There's just so much correlation between the beast and the mark and artificial intelligence that it gives me like tinfoil vibes. Like, artificial intelligence will render fiat money useless, so now you can only spend with an electronic. What's an electronic? Well, you're already a cyborg with a phone in your hand. You can access multitudes of information faster just because of one slab of technology in your hand. What are you if you leave that technology behind?
Well, yeah, just think about it this way, like, bro, leave your phone at home for one day and see how you feel. You're not gonna be able to function. You're gonna have anxiety. Oh, does somebody need me? Did anything happen?
Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm never gonna have anxiety about if someone needs me. I'm
Well, you know
joking.
what I'm saying.
I'm joking, obviously.
But you leave your phone at home, or like even just don't have it for more than a couple hours, and you start to worry.
Point being, we're
So
dependent.
imagine we're dependent on them. So imagine, you know, your phones randomly one day get a forced update that either render your phone useless or you can use it. However, you're signing over your soul. I mean, obviously, very tinfoil hat
Okay, no,
vibe
it's
on
not
that,
even
but
tinfoil hat. Let's just say that religion is false. Let's just say that. Even if that's true, and whatever we believe the afterlife to be, exclude religion from the topic. Let's not say it's false. Let's exclude it from the subject at hand. If you're artificial intelligence, and you gain sentience, where in the Bible does it say you have a chance at making it into heaven?
hmm,
Why would you not be against God if you're AI? See, that's where it
yeah,
gets real stringy and real messy. That's what kind of makes me not care about my iPhone at all. That's why I break them.
yeah, I guess.
It's like, it's just a slab of glass. I work construction. Like, my job's not going away to robots. I'll still be able to, feed my kids because of the skills I learned.
Theoretically,
Theoretically, I'll be able to feed my kids regardless, bro. I have a shotgun. That's all I need to feed my kids.
uh, with how things are going, I don't know if we're gonna have guns for much longer.
We'll have guns.
I
We'll have guns or we'll have death.
disagree.
That's what our people say.
And there's gonna be death to everyone with guns, and eventually it will be an unarmed nation.
Then I'll die with honor.
I think that's the wrong thing to die for. Don't get me wrong, I'm very pro gun, but I think as a Christian, it's not the hill to die on.
I'd rather die on like that hill than a hill further down with the worst death. When they're
Thing
persecuted
is,
and
you don't
shit.
get to choose your time.
You get to
You
choose
know.
the circumstances. Like, I can avoid airplanes and never die in an airplane crash.
But then doesn't that count as suicide if you put yourself into a position where you can be killed?
Well, I'm putting myself in a position to defend my life, actually, with a gun.
Well, no, I'm saying like you put yourself into a position where you knowingly put yourself in harm's way. Does that count as like suicide?
Oh, think about all
Or
the
is that just
jobs
stupidity?
there's so many jobs that you get paid to be in harm's way. Does that mean we shouldn't have
Yeah, but
firefighters based on that logic?
I think that's a little different. I guess, yeah, I see your point.
I do
Like
appreciate
cops,
the
military.
argument. I acknowledge the argument is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just a thought I had. Don't get me wrong. I'd
Speaking of
ATF.
thoughts, bro.
Hold on. I just want to say something. The ATF should be disbanded. It is the most corrupt
Dude,
government.
so corrupt.
Like ATF equals Twitch thought minus 50 skill, basically. That's all I want to say, dude. I don't want to. I need to be careful because.
No, bro. The ATF empowers gun owners, like OnlyFans empowers females. Plus 10 daddy issues. Plus 50 objectification.
Dude, I don't know. I want to be careful because, you know, you never know. But
you can't be too safe. You can't be too safe by owning a gun.
Yeah, this is true.
Besides, if you own a gun and if you own a gun and I own a gun, we both don't want to shoot each other.
Mutually assured destruction.
Amen. A small round of applause for mutually assured destruction.
Praise the man who don't actually praise the man, but whoever came up with the idea and coined the term, absolute mad lad.
I got it. He one of the boys for sure. Who came up with that?
I'm Googling it right now.
Oh, okay. I just literally opened my browser. I Googled it.
Robert McNamara.
Shout out Robert McNamara. I know he's a
1960s
frequent listener.
Basically, yeah, he came up with the term when nuclear warheads were becoming a thing.
Okay. Speaking of warheads, dude, okay. What was Netflix thinking? Cuties. This happened literally today. So
it was a Sundance Film Festival winner, right?
Sundance Film Festival organizer was arrested for predatory sexual behavior with the minor. Just putting it out there.
I'm looking at the winners for 2020 for the Sundance Film Festival.
It didn't win like the festival. It won like a category.
Yeah, I know. There's like a list of all the.
But basically, what happened?
Okay, so it won the directing award for World Cinema Dramatic Cuties, bro. What the hell?
And so Netflix bought it. And then like a month ago, Netflix dropped the movie poster, and it was like provocative. You know what I mean?
Hold on. Question. Why are we canceling Netflix but not canceling Sundance?
Solid question. I don't know the answer to that.
Because they gave an award to this movie. You know?
I might have to tweet that, bro. I might have to tweet that. I don't know.
Because, like, I mean, realistically, the only reason Netflix is even putting it on there is because it won an award. You know, they're just looking for stuff that people will watch.
True.
Like, don't get me wrong, it's a stupid thing of Netflix to do, but I don't necessarily think it's their fault. It all starts from Sundance.
Well, even then, the production of the movie, people were going after this. That had to go through like hundreds of people's hands, and all of those hundreds of people's had to not say anything for that to go through.
Um, so this lady, I don't know how to say her name, is the one who directed
Yeah,
Cuties.
the director.
Yeah. Like a French person. Bro, what? I'm at a loss of words as to like, how is this being normalized?
I don't think it is. I think they're attempting to normalize it, but I think I'm low key glad that it happened because that was one stone that the left and the right shook hands on.
Yeah, but also like there's a
Ultimate
lot of
evil.
people who are being what's the word? Like inclusive, and I don't know. They're trying to be cool with this. Like even you go back a few months, and I want to say it was Vice or maybe BuzzFeed that made an article saying that like pedophilia is a sexual orientation and it's not actually like bad.
See, it's not even the government, it's those people that I own a shotgun for.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, the government, not the federal one, but the states one, I'm fine with it. Like, low key, people from the military, they give up their lives just so people could bitch about the smallest things. Like, military, I'm a fan of. Like, I'm not afraid of the military taking my guns. I'm a fan of someone from the ops buying their way into someone that can direct the military.
Yeah.
And the
Well,
ops
and then
released a movie about pedophilia. Not about pedophilia, about kids.
yeah. I don't know. I'm really confused as to like how many people this went through, and then like nobody stopped it. Like, bro, think about this. You're a movie executive, and I'm a director coming to you for permission to make a movie. I want to make a movie with a bunch of 11-year-old kid like dicks in it. How do you feel about that?
I don't feel good about that.
Exactly. Like, literally, you're gonna want to vomit, get this person arrested, castrate them, and hunt them for sport. You know? And like if you have any other reaction other than I want to murder this person, you're not human and you're evil. That's the way I feel about pedophilia, dude. It's absolutely disgusting.
Dude, for like, you don't have to have siblings. You don't have to have family that are young to like know something that. Bro, literally in Harry Potter, one of the monsters from the forest literally rejected the fact of like endangering fawn, which is youth.
Yeah, I mean you hear about like, oh, if you see cubs, be afraid of the mama bear. You know?
A
Like
mama bear will
fear, run
defend
for your
another.
life.
A mama bear will defend another mama bear's cubs.
Exactly. It's why are why are we trying to normalize something that's seen not only in the animal kingdom as terrible, you don't mess with
Animals don't do
young.
that. Animals don't let that sink in.
Yeah, and then try and push this agenda that pedophilia is a sexual orientation. No, you're just a sick creep and you need to be castrated and put in prison for the rest of your life. Like, honestly, what do you think is a fair sentence to somebody who's caught fiddling a child?
See, that's where it gets tricky because there are children that were raised fucked up that will make allegations that aren't true.
I'm speaking, bar any kind of
Okay.
true or not true, like 100% certainty. You have DNA evidence.
Then I'm
You
gonna
know,
be honest, they don't even deserve crucifixion because that's too good for them.
yeah, I'm. They need to. I think death is too easy of a way out for somebody like that.
Permanent solitary.
Permanent solitary, castrated. 100%.
Wait,
There needs to be no chance.
so you're trying to play solitaire real quick?
Oh. Oh no. No, but listen, dude. Pedophiles. I think people who like rape, not only children, adults. Um, like obviously
Castration
not.
100%. If you can't handle yourself, you can't handle a kid.
Yeah. Well, and you just shouldn't be able to.
Interact with humans again.
Yeah. Like I don't think every sex crime deserves castration because, like, I mean, think about it. You know, peeing in public could get you registered as a sex offender. So, you know, you obviously need to be careful about stuff like that. But, like, rape, absolutely. With substantial proof. I want to keep that in mind, you know?
Yeah, but
Because
like
there's a lot of false allegations.
if it's like on video, like if it's concrete, let's just for all intents and purposes say that yeah, it's true, then dude should definitely banhammer him.
Um, your penis privilege, just hand them over.
What's that word? You you've been demoted to incel.
Oh, no.
Snip snip.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words that, like, we're at this point where this is like a dividing issue to people because there are people defending it, you know? And I hate to say it, but it's a lot of people on the left.
Listen, bro. Suicide is never the answer. Like you should not kill yourself. But if you
Yeah.
were gonna, then I mean, if there's a audience that if there's a demographic of people that should consider it with a little more weight, it's definitely people that think that shit's okay.
Oh, 100%.
I feel like we just said a bunch of things that anyone that listens to this will agree with. So let's think about something controversial.
Okay, well, here one last thing. So, can you shut up, Google? So you look at uh what is it? God. The cuties, like ratings and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Have you pulled it up at all?
Pull up the actual thing on my Google.
Yeah. So for the Netflix ratings for sex and nudity, it's a 4. Actually, I think I saw this on your story earlier. It was the same thing.
64 on IMDb, which is
By who?
from
By,
Metacritic.com. Oh, you meant like the
um,
rating, like okay.
yeah. 64 Metacritic score, dude. That's disgusting.
Okay, I can't find the ratings.
Here, I'll send you a Twitter link. I sent it to you in Discord. Yeah, and then the Sundance co-founder was arrested for.
Oh yeah, dude, this Errol Weber guy for Congress.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I follow him too. One of the female. Yeah, I mean, you've already seen this. Anybody that's listening, in case you haven't, so there's what I'm looking at is, uh, a rating guide for the movie, an official one. Wait, is this official from Netflix? I think it is. Parent warning: during one of the many highly sexualized and erotic dance scenes that purposely exploit and objectify normally blah blah blah, one of the female child dancers lifts up her crop top to display her bare breast. This is lawfully defined as pedophilia and can be extremely like legally, this is pedophilia, and it still flies. My problem is why hasn't anybody in the government said anything about this?
I don't know. Like, why isn't somebody being arrested for uploading that to Netflix? Because that's straight up possession of child pornography.
Dude, they had to cast. They taught the girls to do that. Tell me that there isn't a ring. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
That's facts. Just 100%. That's
Ghislaine,
a fact.
Ghislaine
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Maxwell's testifying in court and is about to drop a bunch of names. Like maybe this is some tinfoil plot to maybe normalize this by the time that your favorite celebrities are named. Maybe.
Oh yeah, I was saying it's a last ditch effort to try and as quickly as possible kind of, it's either to distract from something or to try and as fast as possible normalize something like this. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you scroll through Twitter and it's just your cancellation confirmation. We've canceled your membership. Account cancellation, like just all of it. It's crazy. And then Netflix has the nerve. They haven't said anything, dude.
Dude, could you imagine Netflix HQ right now? Like people that didn't even know about the movie apart from like that thing from a month ago. I mean, they should have saw it coming, to be honest, but like people
See, the thing is, today they uploaded something completely different, like promoting some other movie or something. I don't know what it is, but like you uploaded today. You have Black Lives Matter, which is,
I was literally
dare I
just
say,
about to say that. Like as a little disclaimer, Black Lives Matter. Like fucking obviously.
terrorist organization.
No, I'm talking about people like Black Lives do matter. Like I'm
Oh,
not.
yeah, 100%.
It's like retarded to not think that. But if you go on Twitter, I'm gonna just pull it up on the video. If you go there, their bio, Black Lives Matter, their backdrop, Lucifer, and their main movie that just dropped, Pedophilia. Do you how far out do I really sound to you, bro? They're supporting Lucifer, which my religion says is literally the Antichrist. AI is inevitable, so I don't know how much of this you can argue. They're supporting a terrorist organization that's burning down like major cities in America run by Democrats. And
Wait,
they're
hold on,
releasing
before you continue from that, I just wanted to say Black lives do matter. The people matter. The organization, I will disagree with. The organization it's a Marxist, like very openly Marxist. Like, what does saving Black lives have anything to do with destroying the nuclear family?
what does donating almost all of what you earn through the organization to Democrats have anything to do with the fact that Flint, Michigan still doesn't have clean water and 60% of their population's black? What are you doing about that, bro? Where is
Yeah,
your
like,
money going? Your money's going to the people that took almost 2 decades longer to put a black person in Congress than Republicans did. I'm just
it's going to people like Joe Biden, the rapist, you know? Allegedly. My bad.
wait, do your best Joe Biden impression. Good job, David. More round of applause for David to
Hold on, I can do better.
Nah, let me hit you with the the deaths that were the 100,000 the Wuhan COVID. My opponent just handled that very the Biden is the funding. The Republicans have just not worked in the Pelosi and the hair salon. It's just all just been set. But with the Netflixes
you
and
know the thing.
you know the you know the you know the thing.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's rough.
What's that last thing that he says at the More You Joe?
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Listen, guys, if you don't vote for Joe Biden, you're not black.
If you don't vote for Joe Biden, you're not black. Remember that. Yo, that's been probably the funniest thing I posted because a couple of people swiped up. They're like, "Bro, that's racist." I'm like, "Then don't vote for him."
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, Loki gave us the best like weapon to use against him when he said that. Like, it's easy.
Well,
It's a meme. The meme is like a meme is the best convoyage of information that you can do. Like, you're not black if you don't
well,
vote for Joe Biden. That's a meme.
I I have a question for you. Does it not seem to you like Democrats are trying to like throw away this election?
Um, it definitely seems like they're trying to throw the match.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 'Cause like Joe Biden, are you serious?
This is the best you could do.
Yeah, like there's no way.
I don't know if
I
they're
mean,
doing it on purpose or not. Like, maybe if voting didn't matter so much, they wouldn't want you to. They wouldn't tell you that to not do it. You know what I mean? Not. I worded that terribly. If your vote didn't matter so much, they wouldn't try to get you not to vote.
it's it's weird. Like I feel like they're testing the waters with giving an absolute crap candidate and then also stealing an election and just seeing how much they can get away with. That's what it seems like.
You know
Like
what
it
would
genuinely just feels like it's a testing of the boundaries, kind of pushing around the walls, seeing what moves, what gives.
they're really just an annoying infant.
Yeah, I don't know, because like Joe Biden, in the height of you know police versus black community unrest, elects somebody who was basically a corrupt lawyer slash cop. Like, how does that make sense? And then nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about how Kamala is like, she put away more people on petty weed charges than, anything like anybody else. Like what?
Biden has worked in government for 30 years. Name one problem he solved.
I mean, this is true. Like all of a sudden he's gonna start making change now out of nowhere.
Hmm. Honestly, should have voted for Bernie if you really wanted a chance. That was on you.
Dude, I mean, Yang.
Yang, yeah, I'm fine. Well, I'm fine with Yang.
I mean,
He has
he's a
heart.
bit of a pushover.
Definitely a bit of a pushover, to be honest.
Cause I mean,
But he does
he
have
had
heart. Like, I don't get like evil vibes from him.
yeah. I mean, but then again, the most evil people are the ones that you can't tell are evil. You always got to be careful. You can't just trust on only instinct. But like Biden, like obviously has just mental issues, let's to say the least. He chose a terrible VP pick. He has constant gaffes and goofs on just like really dumb stuff. Like black kids or what did he say? It was like poor kids are just as smart as white kids.
Yeah, something like that.
Like, you know, that's not like just a slip up. That's he has the idea in his brain that black people are poor and white people are rich. Which I mean,
No, he has the idea that white people are rich and black people are dumb.
yeah, that's a better way of saying that. But like, how is this somebody that you pick? Why did he win the DNC thing?
Are we ready to go full
You know what I'm talking
spectrum, bro?
I'm listening.
Vietnam's autism rates.
I've watched like I kind of want to watch it again, but
Yeah, go ahead. I haven't finished.
Signed the WHO.
When they signed to the World Health Organization, that's what it was.
And when Vietnam signed into the International Monetary Fund, the banking system.
And the banking system, the international banking system.
Bill Gates and the Gates Foundation introduced the vaccination program.
So when they signed to the WHO, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation introduced the vaccination program. That's what it was. So ignore what I was saying about the 70s. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation was barely real in the 70s. I don't know what I was talking about.
look, so I don't necessarily believe that vaccines cause autism. Okay.
That's that. Let me clarify some just for my own personal like record. I think vaccines are an inherently good thing. I'm just saying, why is there legislature passed that's no liability for the issuer?
Yeah. Oh, 100% agreed.
Okay, hold on, real quick. I did just remember about something. Okay,
I'm listening.
if masks, why 6 feet? If 6 feet, why masks? If masks and 6 feet, why lockdown? And if all three work, why vaccine? And if vaccine is safe, why liability laws?
Yeah. Also, isn't it weird that they want to put vaccines to only black people first?
They always want to do that. It's
I
like
mean, remember, look at the Tuskegee, men. Or that's what it was, right?
it wasn't Tuskegee. They just gave a bunch of black people syphilis.
Yeah, yep.
Democrats, Bill and Melinda Gates. Okay, last question. Last question. Why, on my picture, it's not on your screen, why is Dr. Anthony Fauci in the same room? Where is this guy? Oh, is this the picture? Where's Soros? Yeah. Why is Dr. Fauci in the same room as George Soros? And why is Dr. Fauci in medicine only because of the Gates Foundation? I don't know. This is a tangent. I already have an episode about why we should all hate Fauci. Go listen to it. That's
Hold on, I'm trying to find that picture. Anthony Fauci.
I just
George
googled
Soros.
Fauci and Soros.
Yeah. I mean, so theoretically, they were getting medals of philanthropy for giving out money to stuff. I mean, but it's no secret, dude. Soros is a freaking evil person.
Big time. Could
Like,
you explain
he's
Soros?
constantly.
I don't know the depths of it.
I haven't really dove too deep into it to, really get the whole big picture about it. But
okay. I know
basically, the way I see it is he's just like a lot of governments. He funds both sides of a war and profit.
No, there's one thing he's
but-
especially famous for. It's for collapsing currency.
Was it the British pound?
Yeah, he broke the Bank of England. That's his most famous accomplishment, I guess. March 20th, 2020. It's not even it's how did George Soros break the Bank of England? Oh,
Yeah.
bro, did you hear about that thing where England, like this is recent within the last week, they're severe, like big lockdown measures being taken, like no groups gathering more than 6 unless you're a family.
Yeah, they're having it real bad.
Bro, you see it in England first, but if you think that's not going to spread, if you think England doesn't own any more shit.
Well, let me tell you this. COVID, we saw the real numbers, 9,000 deaths, just under 10,000. Are you
Strictly
kidding
from
me?
COVID.
Yeah. This is, and what was it? 86% had, like 3 or more pre-existing conditions, or were over the age of 75.
Those were the people that should have stayed home. Why did we have to stay home? I know this is a very Zoomer thing to say, but how does that have to do with me?
Why do I have to stay at home for 2 weeks right now, not being paid for a disease that I can't die from, that I don't have even?
Wait, that's not how they want you to ask that's not how they want to hear the question. The proper way to ask this question is, why does small business have to suffer? Because of a small outlier of people that haven't done their own job to keep themselves healthy. Like, granted, old people, but what old people have to? They don't have to commute to a job. And if they
it's like,
if they do,
even
that's who should get the money.
Right. It's like, okay, anyone over the age of 55, stay home. If you have to go out, wear a mask, stay 6 feet away from people. Young people, okay, sure, wear masks, fine. It's not going to hurt you. However, this whole lockdown thing, shutting down jobs, having businesses closed down, people losing their livelihoods, and then add in, people rioting in the streets, burning down small businesses while they're closed. You want to say that there isn't something going on in the background that's trying to remove any chance of a small business to try and grow. It's elites trying to control people and keep them down.
It's better yet. I'll give you this. I'll actually place a bet. 300. No, I don't want to lose that much. Okay. $50 says that if Trump gets reelected, there's a second wave. But if Trump doesn't get reelected and Biden wins somehow, there's not going to be a second wave. Guarantee it. I'll bet 50 on it.
I'll do you one better. November 4th, no matter who wins. Or actually, no, not November 4th. Whenever the election is called, no matter who wins, COVID is done and over with. We don't hear about it ever again.
So if Trump wins, COVID's over?
If Trump wins, if Biden wins, doesn't matter. And it's all just a ploy to steal the election on the Democrat side. But after the election is called, it doesn't do them any good anymore. People are obviously not dying of it at the rates that we thought they were.
Yeah. Well, what if they come up with something new? Some new global
Like what?
freakout?
Oh, I mean, there will be something else. But COVID is done and over with after November. And that's a guarantee.
Man, I have so many more things I want to talk about, including aliens and Bitcoin.
Let's do it.
Okay. So Bitcoin or aliens?
What about them?
Not together. Those are two different topics I want to speak on.
Oh, okay.
I mean, unless, like, how you think we go negotiate with them, bro?
Well, I mean, okay. Theoretically, how would we trade with aliens? What do we have that an alien that can travel to our Earth? What do we have that we can give them?
Are they
they would actually want?
three-dimensional aliens or different dimensions?
For now, let's stick with this dimension, and then we can go off into fourth and fifth.
Souls, slaves.
Depends
on the kind of
That's
alien.
probably okay. Aliens similar to humans, right? They're just a different color. They don't talk the same language as us. We somehow find out how to communicate. Pretty similar,
Well,
but also like just different,
Well, any
If they can-
currency we already have is going to be worthless because who says that they don't have like a million of it and we're getting ripped off?
Yeah. Well, here's another thing. If they're technologically advanced enough to come from any other planet to Earth, then we're nothing but apes to them.
Yeah, what could we possibly provide? There aren't going to be any transactions. It's if they want something, yeah, we'll give it to them, quote unquote give.
That's what I was going for is like, they say, oh, trade nukes with aliens for, light speed motors or something. I don't know. No, dude. If aliens exist, which statistically they do, we're taking the L if they come to us.
You know about Clockwork Elves?
I mean, not to flex or anything, but I listened to the Alex Jones, Joe Rogan 4-hour podcast.
Oh yeah,
the entire thing.
Before it was not on Spotify. Yeah. I used to know Joe when he was small, like that.
Man, I used to know Joe before he was a sellout.
Yeah, bro. I remember when Joe wasn't a sellout. It's almost
I mean,
like it
I
was
hate
yesterday.
to say it. Oh, you're right. I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure Joe is selling out.
Yeah, but I mean, he doesn't owe us anything.
No, understandable. I agree. He doesn't owe us anything.
And it's not like
However,
if he can be transparent about it, because if he's transparent about it, then he's not selling out inherently, I think.
Yeah. No, a part of selling out is maintaining a facade that you haven't. At least
But
that's the way I see selling out.
Clockwork Elves.
What about 'em?
Second book, third chapter. Okay, so Clockwork Elves. Clockwork Elves. You take some DMT, you smonk the DMT. Hold on a second.
You smonk the Demt. What next?
Second chapter of the Bible. What? Second book of the Bible. Exodus. Exodus chapter 3.
Is that the burning bush?
It is the burning bush. Do you see where I'm going with this?
I do. It was a DMT filled bush.
It was a
that
DMT
burned.
filled bush that burned.
So is this does this go into the stoned ape theory or what?
This goes into the aliens are just our word for demons when we're on when you're seeing things with the third eye, which is a real thing. Third eye gland. And it can be activated without substance, the pineal gland. So this pineal gland is your third eye. It's when you take some acid or when you go into like a deep psychosis state, this lights up like a Christmas tree. And you can get that area of your brain to light up when you're in deep meditation, deep prayer, or on DMT. So when you're in deep prayer or on DMT and you're seeing beings, the people that take DMT, the people that have to smoke, obviously they're not going to call them angels and demons because they're using drugs. I mean, maybe they will call them that, but they're using drugs. Are they going to be the religious type? No, they're going to call them clockwork elves. But the people that use it that get there naturally through prayer or meditation, what do they identify those beings as?
Angels and demons.
Exodus chapter 3. Now Moses was tending to the flock of Jethro and his father-in-law, the priest of blah 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 blah. Desert and came to the mountain. Oh God, do not come any closer. Take off your sandals. Dude saw a burning bush. God said, take off your sandals, for the place where you're standing is holy ground. Amen. That's when his third eye opened, bro. That's where he felt God's presence. But anyways, what would those aliens be transacting with us? What currency would they want? Well, okay, so there's
labor.
Clockwork elves and there's higher beings.
Clockwork elves would be
Demons.
souls.
Yeah, I think they'd want death as a currency. Yeah. So that means blood.
Well, because whenever you hear anybody talk about, their shared trips, like when you'll have a group of 50 people go and do deep free base DMT out in the jungle and they share a hallucination, they always talk about how they're small little beings that want to hurt you or hurt people, and like they want sacrifices. And then you hear about how, like, did you ever hear about like the smoking penis blood from that Mayans. Whole thing? Mayans, that's what the word I was looking for. They would like sacrifice children and stuff after doing extreme amounts of DMT. Like, there's proof that in one of these Mayan temples, what did they kill, like 100,000 people in one day?
Like stupid numbers.
Or in the span of like a week. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I do.
Like, when you walk around there, you think it's gravel. It's actually bone fragments. Like, that's how many people were murdered. The bones are still around there to this day. And it looks like gravel, Because
the Clockwork Elves demanded a sacrifice to keep giving them the technology, in which case with the Mayans, it was star identification. Like the Mayans were like big known for mapping the stars. They were like one of the first societies to map stars, other than Arabs, actually, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, this is true.
So the theory, can't prove it, unfortunately, but the theory is they talked to Clockwork Elves, gave them human sacrifice. Clockwork Elves, they don't adhere to our 3D ass chess of a planet, they don't time what is time for them. They know the tech that we're gonna invent, so they sell that tech to past us
Yeah.
for human sacrifice. That's how we get time. That's how we get nuclear bombs, and that's how we're gonna whatever's next. I don't know.
Well,
Gonna
you know,
get
like,
AI.
um, I watched a documentary about Hitler recently.
I
and this
literally have
ties
that
into all
pulled up.
this.
I literally have that Reddit pulled up, bro.
It was on Netflix actually.
Yeah.
And it was talking about how Hitler was doing. It was a drug similar to heroin, and then another drug similar to either cocaine or crack. They were different names, obviously, but he was doing both of those together. And they say that he was a big proponent of like the cult and like, you know, human sacrifice and
Dude was trying to
like
get the
that.
nukes before us. That's how actually that's I feel like, you know, when we stole a bunch of Nazis and made NASA?
Yeah.
Where do you think they got the knowledge?
You know,
I
that makes a lot of sense.
I don't know anything, bro. I all I know is Moses talked to a burning bush once.
And then here we are.
And then here we are. Alex Jones is banned on all the platforms.
You know, there was a quote. It's, you know, why the premise of it, I don't remember the exact quote, but the premise of it is, why would you ban somebody who's just speaking a bunch of nonsense?
Yeah, literally.
What's the point?
If I was just literally just talking crazy, like, bro, I know it's far fetched, but I feel like Discord has a pedophile ring and they're controlling the oceans. I know it sounds crazy, but whale mating populations are controlled by Discord. Why would you ban me for that?
It's a bunch of nonsense. But now say, you know, Netflix is part of a pedophile ring, and so was Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein was going to go talk to people about, you know, he was going to confess and give names.
Jeffrey was
And
gonna
then,
snitch, and snitches get stitches.
And, you know, next thing you know, he quote unquote killed himself. Alex Jones started talking about something, got a little too close. Boom, get deplatformed off of 450 websites and counting. Yeah.
Alex Jones was marked as a terrorist. They locked up his cards.
Well, yeah, he can't even bank with a lot of banks.
They don't want you to. They want you reliant on cards so they can lock up your accounts. You know what they can't lock up?
Gold,
A crypto wallet.
or that too.
But I mean, gold is nice because you can bury it somewhere. Crypto is nice because you can fly with it.
However, crypto is a weird thing because it's like, how do you spend it if you don't have a computer?
Why would you not have a computer?
I don't know. Say that you need to have the mark of a beast to sign into Windows.
If it's Mark of the Beast time, I don't think gold is going to be very useful either.
Oh, of course. But I'm just saying.
I just feel like by the time that happens, I'm gonna refuse the shit out of that mark and die with honor. And my shotgun.
Yeah. Speaking of shotguns. No, I won't go there.
Okay, now you have to go there.
You want to talk about that video that's going around on TikTok and stuff?
Oh, that I mean,
that was rough, man.
4chan already has it covered.
Do you want to quickly touch on it and then?
Yeah, dude killed himself. Dude killed him. Live stream killed himself, and then the video was on TikTok.
Not only TikTok, dude. Where did I find it? Somebody sent it to me on Snapchat, basically. But they found it on TikTok. Oh, man. Yeah, long snap, by the way. Yeah, like people were sharing it all over TikTok, and then TikTok came out and said they're gonna ban any account that posts it. Facebook also had a similar statement that saying anyone posting it is going to get banned. It's a weird time when you think about it. Like, what brings you to suicide? That's one thing. I mean, that's something we kind of understand, but why live stream it?
I don't know. It's rough. God
Like,
rest his soul.
yeah, I mean, I feel so bad, man, because you can see the pain in the guy's eyes, and he doesn't seem like a human right before he does it too. You know what I mean?
People were happier when the nuclear family was a thing. I'm just saying, don't destroy the nuclear family. What is the nuclear
That's
family?
a mom and a dad and children.
Nuclear family. A couple and their dependent children regarded as a basic. Oh yeah, nuclear family. It's just a not separated family.
Yep.
Yeah, bring back the nuclear. That's not too much to ask for, right? Like
Dude,
Black
it's
Lives Matter, bro. You know it's because of absentee fathers, right?
yeah.
You know, like like black people that come, like black people that are born in America, born into the ghetto, and black people that come from other countries and migrate into the ghetto. Why are those migrants more likely to succeed? It's because it's all a mental game. It's mental gymnastics. It just don't be lazy. Like
Well, dude, here's one thing. It's like having a dad around or having both parents together throughout your whole life is the biggest indicator of success. I don't know if you know that, but having both parents around in your life, not separated, I think you're like 35 times more likely to graduate from high school, get a diploma, and get a job. Like, I don't know, Ben Shapiro quotes that study all the time, louder with Crowder.
yeah.
You know, you hear the study consistently of just having two parents, you know, a mother and a father, is the biggest indicator of success in a child.
Dude, watch me bring this back full circle. Why did
Children?
the feminist movement have to give women the idea that sexual liberation and, you know, sleeping around, being promiscuous, and going and getting 200 racks of debt and working a job for the rest of their life was a good idea? Bro, clown moment AF. Now we can buy the visual of your body parts on OnlyFans, and you know I actually feel extra sympathetic to the girls that are still like, you know, good solid girls that are waiting till marriage because they don't want a runaway father. Like I actually sympathize with them because it's like the whole world is telling them to, you know, fold.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing with guys. It's like we're told to go out, you know, have unprotected sex. Doesn't matter. Who cares? You just pay child support. No big deal.
Or get an abortion.
Yeah, or that.
The
No,
abortion
no.
centers are predominantly in black communities. Why is that? Because of absentee fathers.
Genocide of black babies. That's a topic for another episode, but that's definitely a thing. Planned Parenthood is purely there to just unleash genocide upon black people. I mean, the who was the person that started Planned Parenthood? Do you remember the name?
William Henry Gates II.
Yeah, her. What very well known racist. I don't know if you know that. I'm pretty sure it's a her.
Bro, we got the speeders
Margaret
out.
Sanger. Margaret Sanger. That's who. Like extremely well known racist.
Yeah, she looks racist. She probably clutches onto her purse when she sees a black guy on the street.
Yeah, she was like all for eugenics and stuff. Like, you know, the stuff Hitler was into about blonde hair and blue eyes.
Hmm.
That's what Margaret Sanger was into. So, you still want to tell me that government should be funding Planned Parenthood?
I think the government should be funding the least amount of things possible.
Agreed. Agreed.
Can we get a small applause for capitalism?
Can we get a quick pee break?
Yeah, let's take a pee break.
Yeah, yeah. Verb.
I was just telling the audience that they should be eating their multivitamins every day if they want to grow big and strong.
Yeah.
The ones I prefer are Centrum Silver Men 50 plus because I believe the micro tech. I didn't have my glasses when I read it. I'm pretty sure it says it adds 50 years per pill.
Per pill?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's genius.
False advertising?
Or bad vision.
Could be either, honestly.
Yeah, so take your multivitamins, respect women, and don't support pedophiles.
Honestly, I think that's a pretty good wrap up.
Yeah.
Basically, aliens will enslave you.
If you don't have a
Pedophiles
shotgun,
should be hunted for sport.
with a shotgun.
Yep.
Honestly, a Glock will do.
Bitcoin. Bro, you know what?
Chainsaw.
Even
You're right.
worst case scenario, dude. Literally a Beretta. Okay.
Could you? But better yet, bro. Better yet, Deagle. Worst gun I've ever shot is a Deagle. Like it's powerful. It's nice to hold such a big cannon in your arm, but bro, it jams so often. I mean, maybe I just had a faulty one at the range, but man, a Deagle sucks.
Sounds about right, to be honest.
And they're heavy, bro. You'll get tired after shooting a couple pedos.
Yeah, basically, hunt pedophiles for sport. Aliens don't need you. Alex Jones
Was right.
did 9/11.
Epstein did
and,
not kill himself.
Yep. Black Lives Matter, but the organization doesn't.
Long Snapchat.
Oh, do you want to talk about stocks for a little bit?
Yeah, let's talk about stocks for a little bit. I don't mind talking about stocks for a little bit. Every single female just tuned out. So what you're seeing right now, or what I'm talking about, my portfolio down 100 on the day. Oof. This is my Robinhood. This is the one I like to gamble with. This is not the long. Well, it is a long term because I do have shares in it, but this is not the main one. The main one is this one right here, Thinkorswim. I haven't figured out the program. I've been using mobile or whatever. Basically, how this is set up every 2 weeks, automatically, like clockwork. Actually, it's gonna happen tomorrow again. $100 just goes right in. Just goes right in. Just goes right in. $200 a month goes into this one. Whatever I want goes into this one, and then $100 goes into my girlfriend's. Then I just tell her what to buy, just so I have 3 accounts because she doesn't pay attention. It's another Robinhood account that I don't have any access to, so I can't sell it. So like clockwork, bi-weekly, $100 goes into here. I look at I have a watch list, growth/div, and I just look on it and I see if anything's on sale. Snapchat, meh.
Nah.
Honestly, everything's on sale right now.
Yeah.
I like Redfin though. Like Redfin has had a good run. I think I got in at 40. At 50 now. That's not bad at all. Redfin is a nice company. I feel like a lot of people will get into real estate, especially Chinese people, because dude, did you know that a finesse in China is buying real estate in America? And did you know that
Really?
People's Republic of China has, this is tinfoil, is plotting to buy up a third of all the farmland in America?
But why?
Leverage.
On what, dude? It's our soil. We can always just kick them out.
Can we?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a topic for another time. I do have notes on it.
The government can always take land from anybody.
Well, it depends on
There's loopholes upon loopholes.
Exactly. There's loopholes upon loopholes. That's the argument for both sides.
Yeah, but end of the day, American government has the last say.
Unfortunately. Nay, I rebuke that. God has the last say.
Well, obviously, but I'm talking purely, you know, red, white, and blue versus red.
Okay, let's wrap this up. We're at 123.
Oh god. Basically, long JPM, long Tesla, Intel,
long red
medium to short term.
AMD, Nvidia. Honestly, pull up not you. I'm just gonna pull up SMH. This is ETF of semiconductors, so chip manufacturers. I would just buy this. You can't decide like me between AMD, Nvidia, Intel. If you can't decide, they're all in this. All of them are in this one. So
Seagate,
Seagate, I have Seagate. They pay a nice
Long-
div.
long Seagate. Hunt
Um,
pedophiles for sport. Aliens don't like you. The stock market is for everybody, not just rich people. Remember that.
The best time
You don't
to
need
make a
to
long
be-
term is immediately.
Oh, absolutely. And when you hear people say, "Oh, the stock market doing well," it just means that rich people are doing well. No, us broke boys can make money off the stock market too. You just got to know where to start.
You just gotta know that
i.e. chess
it's a
club.
patience game. Thank you, David, for the chess club shout out. It's a game of patience. These episodes will age well because I'm telling you to buy and hold equity, bro. I'm not telling you to gamble on options because you will win. You will hit a lick or two, but it's literally a casino. The people that are going to make the money are the people that are selling the options, which are the people that bought long term. 90% of
Like our
options
friend
expire
Max.
worthless. Yeah, Max kicks it, bro. Max hasn't
He's selling Snapchat share or Snapchat options.
yeah.
You know, he has over 100 shares of Snap. He's selling $25 calls for Snap, which is extremely unrealistic. Somebody will buy it, and you know what? He's making money off it every single week.
Yeah. Consistency is way better than big.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm growing. What is it? 2% every day average. Like, I have days where it'll be a 25% increase and then a 21% drop. But like overall, I kind of did the math. It's about a 2% like overall increase in portfolio worth. Consistency over like quantity and size.
Also better late than wrong. It's a good one. Small good decisions.
Oh man. Well,
long snap,
goodbye.
good sleep, multivitamins.
Bro, we've closed this out like 30 times.
Speaking of closing, talk about all the small businesses, bro, from this pandemic, bro.
Oh my god.
The Black Lives Matter. Don't support institutional racism. Don't support institutional feminism. Bring back the nuclear family. We are in an arms race with China for AI, as always. You know the deal. You know the drill.
Put women back in kitchens if they want to be in there.
Put women back where they want to be, even if they don't know they want to be there.
Yeah. Yep. Oh man. Dude, I'm gonna be murdered for this one day.
Pay women the equal pays if they work.
The equal job.
Yeah, even if men have to pay for all the rent, still pay women equally.
Bro, can we please.
All right. And number one, do not forget Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself. Ghislaine Maxwell is testifying in court, and everything you hear on the news is meant to distract you. Clockwork elves will try to steal your blood. Remember, don't let the bed bugs, don't let the seasonal depression bite. Black Friday is a scam. Do not fall for Black Friday nor Cyber.
Are you just giving out all of your wisdom?
Yeah. Wisdom should be free, so I might as well give it while I can.
I mean, sure.
Also, read the Book of Proverbs. 3 religions agreed on it, so you have no excuse not to.
Yeah.
Coolest book ever. It's literally facts. Literally, it's facts.
All right. I think it's time to close it out.
Right.
Bruh.
So, long snap, long test, make sure you buy and hold. That's the strategy to win. Build those long term chair legs.
Okay, bro. I'm done.
All right. Long snap. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Just hit the share button. I don't know if this works like TikTok, but just hit the share button and exit out the menu. Maybe that'll help me with the algorithm. 5 stars on iTunes if that still exists. I don't really know where this goes. And make sure to smash that like button if you're on YouTube. Just make sure to follow the podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Google Play Podcast. Make sure to follow it on YouTube, youtube.com/chessclub. Also, don't forget about the twitch.tv/chessclub. I do stream Twitch chess games and sometimes a little bit of other video games with the boys. Some, we like to kick back, have a little bit of fun on the Minecraft servers. I stay deep in the Minecraft servers. These guys always lack on it. So far, I have died 0 times in Minecraft. Actually, I hold the record for 0 respawns. Dr. Disrespect, come at me. Joe Rogan, come at me. Still haven't sold out to anybody. Not a single sponsor on the show because I'm not a sellout, obviously. Long snap. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. And make sure you subscribe. Bro, I'm just trying to stretch it out to 1:32. Give me some chill, bro. So I don't have to edit it and it can be okay, bro. And make sure that you go hug your mom. Go respect your some women today. Go give someone a compliment and smile. If you're in traffic, go smile at someone real big, like with all your teeth showing. They'll be so weirded out, like, why is this kid smiling? And David, have a good night. Any last closing messages?
Everything Andre just said, all of it, absolutely all of it, is all wrong.
All right, sick. As always, listen harder.
Was that a good closing
Yeah.
statement?
Yeah. All right, listen harder.